Well, ever since he was 2.5, the 14th Dalai Lama has been the spiritual leader of Tibet. His teachings about tolerance and understanding and his outspoken attitude toward China are known worldwide. Well, the Dalai Lama is, of course, here in New Zealand right now. He took his messages of compassion and kindness to a full house at Auckland's Vector Arena yesterday. Author Andrew Crowe has written a book about the Dalai Lama's life, and he joins me now. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Kate.
How did you get interested in the Dalai Lama in the first place?
Well, I was interested in his story. I write for teenagers, as you know, and I was particularly interested in the story of his life because it seemed to show a lot of good values to teenagers that I thought were very relevant to the modern world. Like? I think the way in which he is trying to combine spirituality with politics and justice. I think that that's possibly unique in the world, and I think that if we really want peace in the world, I think that we have to be able to combine these things. I think at the moment we're talking about religion and politics as if they're different things, so that we can go to war with Iraq and say that we're Christian, for example.
How do you write about the Dalai Lama specifically for teenagers, though?
Well, I've written about his life as a story, so I've dramatized the story in terms of writing it like a novel rather than as an educational book. And I focused on the adventure side of it, particularly his escape from Tibet, how he managed to get out and why he escaped, how he was discovered in the first place, and tried to tell a good story, basically. And what is it about him, do you think, that strikes a chord with teenagers so much? Well, it remains to be seen whether it does strike a chord with teenagers. Do you think it will? But I believe it will. That's why I've written the book, yes. All right. Well, in general, what is it that strikes a chord with many people about the Dalai Lama? What is it about him? I think it's a good question. I think that probably the strongest thing, because what he says is very ordinary in a lot of ways. It's what all of us know. But I think the most powerful thing about it is that his presence is congruent with his message. I mean, he radiates a feeling of compassion, which is the subject that he talks about most often. Have you met him? Yes, we spent an hour together in North India. Tell me about that hour. Well, again, the most potent potent aspect of that meeting was that aura of love. I think that was the most moving, the most unique aspect of the meeting for me, was to be bathed in that presence. It was beyond what I expected. I mean, of course, I'd read other people's accounts, but to actually be there and experience it was another thing again. Have you seen him while he's been here? Yes, yes. And the reaction of those who saw him, who've seen him already in New Zealand? How have people responded to him so far? I don't really know, other than at the audience, at the talk that he gave, that he was very warmly received. But I don't know, beyond that, I don't know. Yeah. Andrew Crowe, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Kay.